The eighth day of the third regular session of the 21st Congress will now come to order. May we all rise for a moment of silent prayer. Okay, Chief Clerk, roll call.
Senator Aritas, Senator Christine, Senator Figuer, Senator Colant, Lolita Harper, Senator Quinman, Vice Speaker Moses, Senator Neth, Senator Palik, Senator Perman, Senator Romulo, Senator Ismail, Senator Welly, Speaker Simina.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, 10 members are present.
So we have a quorum to transact business this morning. Next item, reading of the journal. Floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and again, my greeting of the day to you and all honorable members, as well as our staff and all those who are observing our session this morning. Again, I move to dispense with the reading of the journal.
It's been moved and seconded that we dispense with the reading of the journal. Those in favor say yes, opposed no. Motion carried. We now dispense with the reading of our journal. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, item 5, presidential communications, when receipt of numbers 21-198 through 21-202.
Okay, assign those. Members take note of the 202. Next item.
Item 6, Mr. Speaker, FSM Supreme Court communications, there are none.
Next.
Item 7, member communications, also none.
Next.
For item 8, Mr. Speaker, departmental communications, we're in receipt of one, and it's number 21-48.
Sign that. Next item.
Item 9, agency or governmental authority communication, none, Mr. Speaker.
Continue.
Item 10, state communications, none. Item 11, state Supreme Court communications, none. Item 12, municipal or town communications, also none. Item 13, foreign government communications, when receipt of numbers 21-33 through 21-35.
Okay, sign those, Chief Clerk. Order of the day, standing committee report. It's item 14. Chief Clerk, first report.
Mr. Speaker, under Standing Committee reports, the first report is Standing Committee Report number 21-36 in regard to Congressional Resolution number 21-98 from your Committee on R&D for adoption.
Short recess. Which ones? Congress back in session. Chairman Ned, you have the floor.
Thank you, Speaker. I move for the adoption of the said report.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 21-36. Discussion. Yes, Florida Harbor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just to make sure that we're not violating any of our rules, I hereby move to suspend any relevant rule that may impede our action on the said report and all the following other reports.
Okay, if there would be any relevant rules that might impede our action, it's been a motion that they be suspended. Those in favor of that motion say yes. Opposed no. Motion carried. The relevant rules are suspended at this point. So, any further discussion? on Standing Committee Report 21-36. Short recess up to the call of the chair. First is back in session. Yes,
Yeah, before we,
Ursula?
I was hoping we would stay in recess, but just to respond to your good question, I must admit that I don't remember that question being raised during the hearing. The hearing was a public hearing, and members were more than welcome, as I understood from the chairman, to attend the meeting. I'm not even a member of R&D committee, but I showed up, especially because there is a portion for YAP. The YAP portion, 6-point-something million, is mainly to improve the power generation by fossil fuel. I raised the issue in the hearing that I thought YAP 2020 vision was to improve the sustainable renewable energy. But these projects seem to be going backward to power generation by fossil fuel. Based on that information, I called the I don't know what his title is, the general manager for YAP Public Service System, YAP State Public Service System, and he indicated to me that this would purchase generators to help with their 2 mini generators, and that their ATB loan is still ongoing. It's not all the way completed, but they're implementing it. So I think, as I'm sure you would recall, YAP got some money from EU and from EF. I don't know why they separate the two. They got EF2 for solar energy for all the outer islands. And as I indicated in the hearing, the solar energy for even just for one light bulb cost the customers $22 a month, which are a little bit too heavy for people out there to buy. But these are for maintenance and operation of the solar energy. So we're moving. I'm sure Chuk and Ponape would get maybe double the amount that YAP and Koshai are getting this time. You will.
thank you, Chairman Ursula. Chairman Fakir, you have something?
Yeah, I just want for the record that I did not attend that committee hearing because I had a JCRP meeting that afternoon. However, I'm really happy to hear that YAP has a vision. So I rise in support of this, and I hope that you all support it because we now have a vision. We just woke up and thinking that way. We're looking ahead. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you
Move for
very
the
much,
previous question.
Chairman Fakir. It's good to have a vision. It's more like a dream, but it comes true. That's okay. Any further discussion? If not, if there's no objection, let's vote on the report. Those in favor of adoption of report number 21-36, say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Standing committee report number 21-36 is adopted by Congress. Next report, Chief Merck.
Point of privilege, Mr. Speaker.
State your point, floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Before we take up the next standing committee report, I would like to take this time to ask this Congress to recognize 3 individuals who are observing our session this morning. And if I may begin with Mr. Kansi Bondi, Mayor of Sapavik Municipal Government. Second one is Sandus Talukmay, FSM Department of R&D. And last but not the least, Panene of mine, and a constituent of ours, the former mayor of Leconute, Bruce Ring. Let's all give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Florida Harbor for introducing our three citizens. They are very much welcome to observe our session this morning. Any other point of privilege? If none, next report, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, we have Standing Committee Report number 21-37 on Functional Resolution number 21-97 from your Committee on Health and Social Affairs for adoption.
Okay. Chairman, HSA. Furman.
So move for its adoption, Mr. Speaker.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Congressional Report number 21-37. Discussion. Any discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. Let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 21-37 say yes. Opposed no. Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 21-37 is adopted by Congress. Next report.
Mr. Speaker, we have Standing Committee Report number 21-38 on Functional Resolution number 21-99 from your Committee on Health and Social Affairs for adoption.
Okay. Chairman Furman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So move.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 21-38. Discussion. Any discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. Let's vote. Those in favor of adoption of Standing Committee Report 21-38 say yes. Opposed no. Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 21-38 is adopted by Congress. Next report.
There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Any other report to place? If none, there's no objection. We go to next item. Special Committee Reports, Chief Clerk.
Item 15, Special Committee Reports, none, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 16, Assignment of Measures and Communications. We have a referral sheet number 21-43.
Okay. Chairman and members, take a look at referral sheet for your planning purposes. Next item.
Item 17, Unfinished Business, none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Item 18.
Item 18, Bill Calendar. Mr. Speaker, we have CP number 21-129 for second reading. CP number 21-129 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 21-43 as amended by Public Law number 21-54 by amending Section 5 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Chuk State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figuer.
Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass CP number 21-129 on second and final reading. Discussion. Any discussion? Yes, Senator Christian.
Yes, there's an amendment that's been offered, written amendment, but I'd like to make a couple of changes to that proposed written amendment orally, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Congress is back in session. We're still discussing CP number 21-129. Senator Christian, you have the floor. Offer your amendment.
Mr. Speaker, I offer the amendment as was written up and distributed and as was discussed during recess.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that the offer for amendments to CP number 21-129 offered by Senator Christian be adopted. It's on second and final reading. Floor Leader.
Move to suspend any relevant rule that may impede our action on the said amendment.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that the relevant rules, specifically the rules prohibiting substantive amendments on second and final reading, be suspended. Those in favor say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The relevant rules are suspended at this point. So there is that offer for amendment by Senator Christian. Discussion on it? If none,
Speaker.
there's no objection. Discussion is closed. Let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of the offer for amendments to CB 21-129 offered by Senator Christian say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. The offer for amendments are adopted. We now have CT 1. Any further discussion?
Speaker.
Senator Wale first, then Chairman Cullen next.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also have a written floor amendment that I wish to offer to the said bill on behalf of Chairman Conman.
Okay.
Copies have been circulated, and so I move for its adoption.
It's been moved and seconded that the offer for amendment by Chairman Wale on behalf of Chairman Conman be adopted. The relevant rules are still suspended. Discussion, short recess, subject to call of the chair. Where's that amendment? Congress is back in session. It's pretty short, so Chief Clerk, read it into the record.
Mr. Speaker, we have a floor amendment to CP number 21-129, CD1, offered by Senator Wale on behalf of Senator Conman. Item 1 of the amendment on page 3, line 18, delete the figure 25,000 and insert the figure 35,000 in lieu thereof. Item 2, on page 4, line 2, delete the figure 10,000 and insert the figure 0 in lieu thereof. Item 3, on page 4, lines 5 and 6, delete the phrase contribution to Chuk State Healthcare Plan 10,000 and insert office space rental / current and prior applications 5,000 in lieu thereof. And the last item, item 4 on page 4, between lines 6 and 7, insert a new line item to read as follows. Subsection 0 or lowercase o, land transportation, $5,000.
Okay, there you have it. The relevant rules are still suspended up to this point. Any discussion on the offered amendments? If none, there is no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of adoption of the offer for amendment to CP number 21-129 CD1, offered by Chairman Wale on behalf of Chairman Coleman, say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The offered amendments are adopted. We now have CD2. Okay, any further discussion on CD2?
Speaker.
Chairman Coleman?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Item 1, page 2, 920, delete 30,000 and insert 40,000 in lieu thereof.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Congress is back in session. Chairman Cullen, you still have the floor.
Speaker, I wish to offer an oral amendment to CP 21-129.
Proceed.
Mr. Speaker, item 1, page 2, 920, delete 30,000 and insert 40,000 in neutered off. Item 2, page 3, between 9, 10, and 11, retain the current language which stated contribution to the Chuk State Healthcare Plan and delete travel needs 10,000. The line item subsection 5 parenthesis 3 parenthesis O will read contribution to Chuk State Healthcare Plan 0. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Any second?
Short recess.
Any second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the offered oral amendments by Chairman Cullen to CP 21-129 CD2 be adopted. The
Short
relevant
recess.
rules are still suspended at this point. Short recess, subject to call of the chair. We're still on the offered oral amendments by Chairman Cullen. There's no further discussion on it. So let's vote. Those in favor of adoption of the offered oral amendments by Chairman Cullen, say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The offered oral amendments are adopted. We have CT3. Any further discussion on the CT3? If not, yes, Chairman Ursumal.
In lieu of all the interest in this bill, I move that it be deferred to tomorrow's session.
It's been moved and seconded that the CP number 21-129 CD3 be deferred to
Mr.
tomorrow's
Speaker.
session.
Mr. Speaker,
Short recess. So,
On everything.
Congress is back in session. I didn't quite hear you, Chairman Roosevelt. Restate your motion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My motion was to defer action on this bill to Wednesday session.
Okay, so it's been moved and seconded that said bill be deferred to Wednesday session. Those in favor say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. CP number 21-129 CD3 is deferred to Wednesday's session. Okay, next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes, Senator
like
Christian,
to
make your motion.
request permission to leave.
Can you just make motion to defer all?
Oh. Second. I move that all the bills listed for second reading on today's calendar be deferred to Wednesday.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that CP number 21-130, 21-131, 21-132, 21-133, 21-120, and 21-121 be deferred to Wednesday session. Those in favor of that motion say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. All those listed bills are now deferred to Wednesday session.
Mr. Speaker,
Next bill.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes,
I move that we recess until Wednesday.
it's been moved and seconded that Congress is stand in recess until Wednesday's session. Those in favor of that motion say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Congress now stands in recess until Wednesday, this Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. So, okay,
What is tomorrow?
it's Tuesday. Okay,